Hey everyone. Happy Wednesday. It's Wednesday. So I wanted to just stop by here real quick and to share just some thoughts since posting the first video about self-acceptance, self-love, self-trust with Max. So you know how when you start teaching about something or sharing about something, then you really have to look at it for yourself to make sure like you're totally in alignment with that. So that happened with me. So this topic of self-acceptance, I shared in that video how, I have a very sensitive body and everything's processed through my body. And sometimes it's very overwhelming to be a sensitive empath. And sometimes it's very overwhelming to, process the entire universe through my body. And after that video, yesterday was a big energy day. You guys, I don't know if you felt it or what energies you connected with, but for myself and for many others, it was a huge energy day. And my body reacted to the energy just by sneezing all day. It was really annoying. And so I had to put into practice what I was preaching about self-acceptance. So the whole day yesterday was just like, okay, I love my body. Thank you, body, for processing everything. You're so strong and amazing how you can process all this energy. And so I share this for those of you who are sensitive or for those of you who are just working with self-acceptance. And no matter what's going on, no matter what you're feeling, just to allow yourself to accept you in that moment. So in the moment of frustration or in the moment of emotion or in the moment of pain or in the moment of bliss and joy, to accept yourself as you are in that moment. For me, it does make it easier to know what happens on the other side of this. Every time I go through these kinds of things with my body, I come out stronger, I come out more resilient. And because I've been doing this for a long time with my body, I have this trust muscle that has been built that I know even in the times where it's like the most frustrating or the most annoying, that I always come out stronger. And so that's a beautiful thing that you can develop for yourself as you are going through something and you may feel, maybe you feel guilty about something, or maybe you just don't feel loving towards yourself. To know that if you are really willing to look at your shadow, if you're really willing to look at what's happening and face it and confront it, there's no way you can't come out stronger on the other side of it. Just that willingness to look at what you're going through gives you strength. It builds your character. It builds your self-trust. It builds the knowing of who you are. And so that's what I would really want to invite you into, is to really look at yourself when things come up for you. And I know I've said this before, but it is such a beautiful thing when you can just embrace all that's happening for yourself. And again, if you are an empath, if you are a sensitive being, to make sure that you're really working with your energy and not everyone else's. Unless, of course, you're choosing to do that in a conscious way, like through a meditation for the collective or something like that. Make sure you're working with your energy, because a lot of you are taking on stuff that's not yours. And you are trying to, navigate these crazy, chaotic times on this planet with energies that have nothing to do with you. And you don't need to be carrying them, and you don't need to be working with them. They don't need to be a part of your reality and experience. And so it's about setting healthy boundaries and knowing that you're worthy, and really staying true to your energy, your soul, your your field, your aura, your spirit, your heart, your physical body, and honoring what's you and not allowing all those other energies to be part of your experience. And when you do that, that's a very self-loving thing to do. That's a very powerful way to just really honor yourself and honor who you are, honor your energies. And so as you work with this idea of self-acceptance, you do have to know who you are. You have to know your intentions. You have to know your heart. You have to know your soul mission. Because if you don't know those things, it's definitely more challenging to move forward. If you don't have a focus for your life, for your reason for being here on this planet, well, why should you accept that, right? So in this idea of self-acceptance, you have to know who you are. What are you doing here on this planet? Do you know your soul mission? Are you able to stay focused on your mission? Because when you develop those skills of knowing who you are, of being able to stay focused on your mission, that self-acceptance is sort of like a natural byproduct almost. If you have self-esteem issues, you might need to work more with self-acceptance. But if you are centered in who you are and in your mission on this planet, there is a self-esteem that's built into that almost, and it's easier to accept who you are. So I just wanted to pop on here real quick and just invite you into a deeper self-acceptance, invite you into a deeper honoring and loving of yourself, an honoring and loving of your time, your money, your energy, all these things that make up our reality, to honor that, to honor your needs, to honor your desires, to honor your mission, and to accept however your being navigates through this planet Earth reality, however you choose to do it, however your constitution is built, to honor all of that. And I wish you a lot of love and compassion in this journey. Because for those of you who were on my timeline yesterday, it wasn't easy. The energies were not easy to deal with and participate in. And even though I can be in my energy and fully centered in myself, I'm still feeling and processing a lot of things that aren't part of my energy. So that's a kind of a deeper subject. But I just invite you to honor who you are, to honor how you navigate this journey. And of course, if you want assistance with that, if you want to go deeper into that exploration, into that understanding, you can either get a private one-on-one session or come join us as a master creator in the Creation Temple. We meet every week online. It's a beautiful soul family reunion every time, and you get to look at yourself in a deeper way. Integrate more of your spiritual gifts, get activated into more of who you are. And we're really focused right now on what we're creating, what we're creating for this new paradigm for heaven on earth, however you want to call it. So if you want that level of support, come join us in the Creation Temple and get the tools you need. Get what you need to navigate this life. Because it's not always easy. And I'll leave you with one last thing. And I'm repeating this from Derek Rydell, and it just so deeply resonated with me. It goes something like this: instead of asking for ease and grace, ask for the strength. Ask for more strength. Ask for more power. Now I'm adding my own. I'm ad-libbing now. But ask for more strength. Ask to become stronger. Ask to become more powerful so that you can navigate it. Because I'm a person that has asked for ease and grace a lot because of how my constitution is set up and how hard it is on my body to be on this planet and blah, blah, blah. I'm always asking for ease and grace. And when he said that, it was like this like thing went off in my mind. I was like, oh yeah, don't ask for ease and grace. Ask to become stronger. Ask to become more resilient. Ask to become more powerful. And that's certainly been my journey as I've navigated all of this. Becoming more resilient, more powerful, and stronger, and more determined than ever to succeed in my mission of creating heaven on earth. So I love you guys, and I hope that engaging with me over this time brings you some joy, brings you some hope. I hope you feel also the compassion that I have in my heart for anything you might be going through. And let's do this thing. Let's keep creating heaven on earth together, and in whatever way you do that, and keep loving and accepting who you are in each moment. I'll see you in the next video. Mwah.